Joining me now is Master Electricians Australia CEO Kate Raymond. She joins me here in the studio. Kate, great to see you. We have already seen, power out on the Gold Coast, and there's a lot of danger around water and electricity. What's your best advice this morning?
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for having me. Water and electricity doesn't mix. You're absolutely right. And from the electrical industry, we'd like to get a few messages out there. Some people might be doing things that they haven't had to face before. For example, they might be using a generator. So it's really important with a generator that you operate it outdoors, a well-ventilated area and a protected area. Do not operate a generator indoors. There is a risk of gas poisoning.
Yeah.
So that's one step. The other one is do not connect a generator to your home power supply, so to power your house as such, unless you have had a changeover switch installed by a licensed electrical contractor. So you'll know if you've got one, and if you don't have one, don't do it.
Basically, don't do it unless you really know what you're doing.
Yeah. Otherwise, with a generator, you can use it to power appliances. That's no problem. Just make sure you never use one of those leads that has two, what they call male plugs, so the prongs at both ends. Don't ever use one of those leads. So that's really important. Another one is ceiling spaces. So if you've had some damage to your roof or ceiling, maybe you're tempted to get up in the ceiling space at some point, you must make sure that there's no live power. So you must switch off the power to the house before entering any part of your body into that ceiling space. Now that's law in Queensland and it's best practice in New South Wales. So do not do that.
I mean, places like Lismore are experts when it comes to this. But what about those other parts of northern New South Wales and southeast Queensland? If this floodwater does approach, what is best practice? I mean, does the electricity cut out automatically anyway? Is there a safety mechanism in all homes? Or are there other precautions that families can take?
Yeah, and this is where our safety switches and RCDs and our switchboards and meter boxes are so important to have and make sure they're working, something that really should be tested all the time, not just in an emergency. You want to make sure they're working in an emergency. It's very likely in flooded areas that power will be out for some time. Residents may get a note in their letterbox from an the electricity distributor advising them to have a safety check before their home is re-energised. If they get a note in their letterbox from an Energex or an Essential Energy, follow the instructions and engage an electrical contractor. If you're having trouble finding one, we've got a tool on our website. Just think FAME, find a master electrician, and you can Google that and find someone.
Google FAME. Okay, weird thing to be doing, but let's do that. Kate, before I let you go, after the weather event has passed and the flooding subsides, imagine if there are flooded homes, what should families do? What is the first point of call to make sure that it is safe to power your home back up?
Yeah, so if the switchboard's been inundated or if you've got an inverter, if you've got solar panels and that's been inundated by water, really you should get a licensed electrician to check the safety of the wiring of your home. You've probably already been in contact with various government authorities if you're in a flooded area like that. So follow the instructions, stay safe, never ever DIY electrical work.
Good advice, Kate. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.